Hello, amazing souls. Welcome back to another episode on Cosmic Contracts with Princess Starlight. So, I was reading about Violet Light Reiki, and this booklet I found, which is by Visions in the Star Reiki Academy and Psychic Center, where I found the story of Violet Light. Now, how violet light came into being, what's the purpose, and it's a very beautiful short story. So I hope you enjoy it as I share it with you. So, violet light is the daughter of the creator and destiny. Now, what happens is in the beginning, when great creation occurred, there were many who attended it, and now there are four elder brothers, and these elder brothers are, they belong to atmosphere, planets, movements of the universes, and souls. And there were four ascended creators, and these four ascended creators belong to, one ascended creator is of belief, other is of destiny, path, and death. So there are four creators: belief, destiny, path, and death. And lastly, there are four guardians of Avalon. Now, what happens is that the creator, he begins to create the first four races, and they would be the foundation of life. And they these races was supposed to be, one race was supposed to be the flame carrier, the others were guardians, the third race was watchers, and then they were horsemen. So he paused. So while he was creating them and he's created them, now he's wandering, and he pauses for some time and he says, I wish to create a violet. And there's a lava there, and in that lava a violet flower grew. And when it bloomed and opened, there was a beautiful light, purple color light, enclosed inside that flower. It reminds me of Black Panther. In Black Panther, the flower they used to enhance their power. It's a very beautiful flower. So even that was a beautiful purplish blue color flower that they show when they are in Wakanda. So now what happens is, back to the story, that when this flower opens and bursts, so the light that's inside the flower, it spreads, and as it spreads to the nearby flowers, everybody starts to die. And then what they see is that once the light is dead, like when the flowers are dead, that particular area starts to shine with light. That means it only left light behind. So the creator was surprised by this creation, because he just wished and now he has a creation, and thought that this violet light is to be of great wisdom and power. So therefore he makes violet light his child, and what he does is he pulls a piece of his skin and gives it to the violet flame, violet light. And then he turns to his partner, his soulmate, twin flame, Destiny. Remember, she's the daughter. Violet light is the daughter of the creator and Destiny. So he turns to Destiny. So what she does is she plugs, a piece of her hair, and she gives it to the violet light. So the creator gives skin, and Destiny, she gives the light her piece of hair. And then they turn to the four guardians of Avalon. So each one of them, they give their own energy of light that they own, that they have with them, and they share it with the violet light. And then the creator, he seals this creation, and now he needs to release it into the world. So violet light had many incarnations, so now it's getting released into the into the world through incarnations. And there is immense potential, power, and there is a purpose for this light. Okay, but there needs to be experience to see what's coming ahead. So this light, as they start to see, is light of healing, and it's blessed with the ability to transmute karma, cleanse, or erase karmic debts, and channel all types of energy, turn negative energy into positive. Also balancing and replenishing the chakra systems. And violet light, so she is termed as she possessed many psychic abilities. Now remember, energy cannot be never be destroyed, and as for me, from my perspective, this is what I truly believe, that karma is nothing but the energy that is accumulated inside, because soul is like an energy ball. So we are accumulating that energy, and as we move life after life, that's the only thing we are carrying with ourselves. So for me, karma is nothing but energy. So this flame, this violet light, is helping heal, transmute the negative into positive, and completely clean or erase the karmic debts, and help you balance and replenish the chakra system as well. So it takes time and experience to see what the capabilities are. So but in time, the actual potential and strength of the violet light now comes forth, that she has developed her full abilities, and now it's become more apparent that it needs to be shared with others, that means other beings that are in the universe. So while incarnated, the flame, it possessed too much energy to enter any physical body. It's very powerful, and therefore it first manifests itself in the astral realm. Now astral realm is the realm of energy, pure energy. So the most popular incarnation which came to this planet as a human vessel, can you guess? So the most popular incarnation was of Mother Kuan Yin. She's the Eastern god of mercy, compassion, modesty, courage, justice, and wisdom. So she was the first one to, from energy, to hold it in a vessel. So she's the incarnation of violet light basically, and she's holding that energy in her vessel, and then she brought forth the knowledge of the violet light to the Eastern cultures and helped others learn about the healing properties of that. And that's when Saint Germain, few centuries back, he started working, and also he's also associated with the violet light. Now he is the ascended master. Now Saint Germain, from where did he get the knowledge of violet light? So according to the story, he obtained this knowledge through angel Zadkiel, who had known violet light in his previous life. So he shares the information with Saint Germain and tells him that violet light has its own consciousness, and has, so he does not know about Mother Kuan Yin by then, but then he gets this information from Angel Zadkiel. Yeah, he's Archangel Zadkiel now, and that the violet flame has its own consciousness to heal, to transmute negative into positive, balancing your chakras. And basically when you're doing that inner work with the violet light, so it's said that, so supposing if you're supposed to have, even health is karma related, so if you're having serious health issues, and supposing you were supposed to die at a very young age because of health issues, but what happens is, by practicing on violet flame, maybe you do not die. You might have to suffer for some time, but then that period would get over and you would get to live a life. So overall, if you see from human point, you'll be like, oh, how is it helping me? But you have to see the other side, that it may have been worse, but you're in a very good place. So it helps you heal and reduce your karmic debt. But certain things you still have to pay. So the overall things you might have to pay, but the suffering or the the wait period, whatever was supposed to be longer, it can be reduced by violet flame. Now, the first version of violet light Reiki, it came through goddess Kuan Yin, so Mother Kuan Yin I call her, and she was channeled finally in 2000 of August. She was channeled by Ivy Moray. So this version of violet light, now this book basically, where I found a story, it talks about the violet light Reiki, and then they have symbols and the mantras and everything. So this is the story of how the flame came through Mother Kuan Yin in a physical incarnation, and then Saint Germain, how he used it, and now he's the new age director of this new earth. So what is the prayer? If people are familiar with I am activities, so I am presence is the presence of divinity within our heart space. So every time I say I am addressing the divine light, the divine God, light source in me. So every time you sometimes people don't know the mantra, but it's said that even if you just imagine a white light around, the violet light around you, it helps you. Now, I will now state the I am prayer to invoke the violet flame that's given by Saint Germain. I am the violet flame in action in me now. I am the violet flame, to light alone I bow. I am the violet flame in mighty cosmic power. I am the light of God, shining every hour. I am the violet flame, blazing like a sun. I am God's sacred power, freeing everyone. I am the violet, I'm repeating it again. I am the violet flame in action in me now. I am the violet flame, to light alone I bow. I am the violet flame in mighty cosmic power. I am the light of God, shining every hour. I am the violet flame, blazing like a sun. I am God's sacred power, freeing everyone. And the Kuan Yin mantra to call upon Mother Kuan Yin is Nemo Guan Shi En Posa, meaning I homage to the sacred name of Kuan Yin. Nemo Guan Shi En Posa is the mantra. So I will put it in the video so that you all can see and have a look at it and use it accordingly. Okay, it's not a hard and fast rule. People who work with violet light and know about it, this is something, maybe it helps you. That's why I just wanted to share it with everyone today. With that, we come to today's topic, to the end of today's topic. Now before I go, I just want to pick a quick card and share a beautiful message. Let's see what comes up. So the card read is from Atlantis card deck, because Saint Germain was in Atlantis. And do you see these people wearing the purple dress? Violet light was very well known during Atlantis and Lemurian times, and that's why people who are waking up to the Atlantis and Lemurian heritage, they were somewhere associated with violet light, and they were working, especially priests and priestesses. They knew how to work with the violet light. So the card read says, that in golden Atlantis, the people were all enlightened beings and they achieved the state of divine illumination by living serene, contemplative lives, honoring and respecting all people and the natural world. They maintained their high frequency by being in the moment, radiating love and appreciating all that they had. By holding positive attitudes and trusting the flow of life, they had a constant connection with the divine and knew they were part of the oneness. The guidance is clear that we need to stop living in past and future. Any spiritual reading says the same thing. Live in the moment, and it's really hard at times, because there are obviously constant worries or stresses that will come in life. Just because we are on the spiritual path doesn't mean that we won't have them. We also have them, but we have to, if you have this knowledge, we need to practice every day to come in the current moment and live that particular moment in a positive way, joyful way, happiness, being grateful about what we have. What happens is we are focused on past or future, but if I start investing that energy in every moment, the present moment that I have, then what happens is that as this present moment moves in the past, I'm creating a chain of positive energy behind me. But if in the moment I'm constantly worrying about other things, like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, when will the partner come, and when will I go here, and when will these things happen? So what I'm creating is a bubble of worry, stress, being ungrateful, and then when it moves into the past, it's pulling my energy further down. But if every moment I consciously choose to be happy, understanding that whatever I have or I don't have, the source, the creator, we are all one. Okay, and one thing, we are one, but because as we have incarnated here, we are individuals because we want to experience how it feels to be an individual. So on energy level we are one, that's true, but here, as in this separation with different incarnations, you and I are here to share experience a life of so and so, as so and so. So whatever your name is, whatever your gender is, so you have chosen to experience, have an individual experience. So this is just an experience, but when you look up, then yes, we are one. So now what happens is we have to practice being into oneness. So forget about tomorrow, just still your mind and be in now. So like since childhood, when I used to be, when stress would come and things wouldn't go right, I somehow would just sit down. I did not have the energy to get up and struggle and worry and start doing work when I did not know what exactly to do, and everybody around me thought I'm really lazy, and I did not know. It's now only I understand, because I have been practicing this, that when worries or stress or tension comes about future, I don't look into that. All I would do is just sit with myself and be still. And for people, they think that I am just wasting time, but what is happening is when I am not inviting the energies that are going to pull me further down, and I at least sit with what I hold within, I have a higher chance to take a jump forward, 2-3 times forward than the rest. So maybe they are ahead of me, but every time in my life, what I saw is that I jumped 2 or 3 steps ahead after some time. So they struggled, they worked hard and everything, but be still, sit. When you're surrounded by worries, when you are in situations where you don't know how to get out. Sit with yourself. I had this very vivid imagination, always with me, that everything around me is burning and I'm stuck in center. So what I do is, in the end, I end up sitting at, there's just one stone in the center, and I end up sitting there. Like either I'll get burnt or either I'll get saved. That's the only option, so I will just sit peacefully. And this vision has brought me forward really well. At least it worked for me. Maybe it works for you. I do not know. So, with that, I end today's episode. Lots of love and light, Princess Starlight.